Beautiful. All right. Hello, everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Julia, and I'm just so grateful you have made it to class this morning. We will be going through an hour-long Vinyasa Flow. We'll begin the class with a little bit of a meditation, really dropping out of our minds, centering in on our breath, followed by a gentle warm-up. We may increase our heart rates a little bit as we get to move a little bit more. I will always provide options for modifications. Please listen to your body, take whatever you like, leave the rest. You always have the option to rest in child's pose or coming back to a comfortable seat at any time during class. To end class, I will be taking us through Shavasana. If for some reason Shavasana does not work for you today, please feel free to exit. I totally understand. All right, if we're ready, if you are listening to the playlist, you may go ahead and start it now. Finding your way to a comfortable seat on your mat. You can sit cross-legged. You can lay flat on your back, whatever your body is calling for in this moment. And when you find that comfortable seat, I invite you to soften your gaze, close your eyes, maybe taking a deep inhale through your nose, pursing the lips and exhaling through the nose. Really settling into your space. Maybe you begin to notice the sensations on your skin, the way your clothes feel on your body, the way the mat feels supporting you. Maybe you begin to notice any sounds in the room you are currently in, the way they touch your ears. I invite you to take a quick scan of your body, checking in with yourself, taking an honest inventory of where your body may be calling out to you. Knowing that throughout this class, you have the power to move in whatever way feels good to you, honoring yourself right where you're at. I invite you to begin to deepen those inhales and those exhales, maybe pulling in through the nose for a count of 4, holding it at the top, and then exhaling out with a count of 4. Following that gentle wave of your breath for a few moments, in for 4, and out for 4. Maybe you begin to lengthen them a little longer, in for a count of 5, and out for a count of 5. Letting your breath pour over your body. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, I invite you to do that now. Focusing in on a word, whatever it may be. Maybe a sensation. Maybe it's simply just to be present in your body as you move through this next hour. Maybe it's simply just to let go of anything that may be holding you down. Once you find that intention, Bring it to the forefront of your mind, right in that little space in between your eyebrows where your third eye lays. Bringing it into full focus, knowing that it can be your center of focus throughout this practice, along with your breath. And on your next inhale, as a collective, I invite you to breathe into that low belly, really filling it up, letting that air travel up into your mid belly, up into your lungs, all the way up to the top, holding it in for one brief moment, and then opening your mouth, sighing it out, letting it go. One more time, just like that, into your abdomen, deep, letting that abdomen balloon out, filling it with that sweet air, letting it travel up to the top, following your way into your lungs, holding it in, sipping any last little bit of air you can find, holding, and then opening your mouth, audibly letting it go. And one last time into that low abdomen, filling it up, letting the wave of air travel up into your lungs, filling the space, taking up every little last pocket in your lungs, in your rib cage. Sipping in any last bit of air, holding as you sit up tall, opening it out, audible, letting it go. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, bringing your awareness back to this space. Taking in your surroundings, letting the light come back in. Maybe you readjust your body just a little bit, settling into your mat a little bit more, wiggling your tailbone as we begin to roll our neck, following any cadence that feels good to you, making those full neck circles. Really easing around, rolling in and out. There's no wrong or right way. Just bringing in that gentle movement. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your head to your right side, bringing up the right hand, placing it over the left ear, inviting in a gentle stretch, left hand coming out to the side. Feeling the sensation up the left side of your neck. No need to tug or yank. Continuing with those deep inhalations and exhalations, in through your nose, out through your nose. Taking one more breath. And on the exhale, releasing your right hand down to the earth, draping your ear over to the left shoulder, left hand placing gently over the right ear, taking that stretch up the right side. Placing your right hand out to deepen the stretch a little. You may also keep it on your knee if that is too much sensation. Taking 3 full rounds of breath here. One more. Taking one more deep inhale. On the exhale, releasing that left hand back down to the earth. On your following inhale, reaching your hands up overhead, gaze can follow. Exhale as you fold. If you do have a block nearby, you are more than welcome to place it under your forehead under your arms, keeping extension in your low back and your spine. If your forehead is resting on the earth or on your block, maybe you gently rock it back and forth, tapping into that third eye once again, listening to your intuition, breathing into your back body, feeling the expansion through your rib cage. Taking one more round of breath here. Inhale, just straightening out, coming up to a flat back, gaze coming forward. And on your exhale, fold once again. On an inhale, coming back up, straightening out the spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhaling, coming up, gaze coming out straight in front of you. And exhale, fold. Taking a brief moment to bring that intention, if you set one, back to the forefront of your mind. And on your next inhale, letting it carry you all the way back up, arms swooping up overhead. Exhaling as your left arm comes out in front of you, right arm behind for a gentle twist. Gaze can follow over your right shoulder. Bringing out the spine, releasing. Let's take one more breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. And an inhale carries those arms back up once again. Exhaling to the left, right arm coming out in front of you, left arm behind. Gaze over the left shoulder. One more breath. And next inhale, swooping your arms back up overhead. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Taking a moment to switch the cross of your legs, bringing whichever one was behind forward this time. And on an inhale, swooping those arms back overhead. Exhale as we fold once again, utilizing your props as needed. Rocking that forehead back and forth on the mat. One more breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to straighten out that spine again, looking forward. And on your exhale, fold. Inhale, coming back up, flat back. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, coming up, lengthening out that spine. Tailbone spins down towards the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bringing you all the way back up, arms floating up towards the sun. Exhale as you bring the right forearm down to the earth, left arm stretching up and overhead for a side bend. Keeping the left sit bone on the mat. Feeling the stretch up the left side body, breathing into the rib cage on that side. And one more breath. Inhale, floats you back up. Exhale as you bring the elbows into your rib cage, cactusing the arm, pulling the heart forward for a gentle back bend. Inhale as your arms swoop back up. Exhale, folding to the left, left forearm planting on the earth, right arm coming up and overhead. And one more breath. Inhaling as your arms swoop up overhead. Exhaling back into those cactus arms. Taking one big breath here. Inhaling, reaching the arms back up overhead. Exhaling, bringing them to the earth as we roll up over our knees, coming into a gate pose. Coming high up on your knees, sitting up, your feet planted firmly on the earth. We're just going to come forward into a high hip to forward fold, kind of like a downward dog, just really stretching out, keeping your hips up high, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, in your shoulder blades. One more breath. As you inhale, crawling back up, you are more than welcome to stay in this gate pose, taking your hands at heart center. Otherwise, swooping the arms up overhead, bringing the right arm behind you, coming into a gentle camel pose, placing your hand, yes, either on your heel, on your calf, pushing the heart forward, paying attention to not drop too hard into your lower back. Taking one breath here. One full inhale as you release, bringing both arms up. Exhale as you bring the left arm back. Hand touches either heel, calf, gaze coming up overhead. Feeling your tight core. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Bringing your arms up overhead. Folding one more time. Keeping those hips high. Keeping your back straight. One more breath. Releasing back into a child's pose all the way, hips coming down to the earth. Option to take a wide leg child's pose, knees mat distance apart or keeping them together underneath you, sinking down onto the mat. Once again, as you inhale, breathing into that back body. As you exhale, sending the breath into your glutes. One more breath. On your next inhale, let it carry you up to a tabletop position. Settling in for a moment, we're just going to find some gentle movement. You can begin to shift your weight, maybe in a circular motion over your wrists, into counterclockwise circles, clockwise, whatever your body may be calling for. Yogi's choice. You may sit back, maybe you twirl out your wrists, really waking them up, preparing to move a little bit more. Maybe you turn them and face them towards you, bringing in the stretch. Maybe to the side, welcoming in any movement. Maybe lay them on the mat, stretching them just a little bit more. Maybe a couple more breaths. Settling back in into a neutral position, checking in with your alignment, making sure elbows are stacked over wrists, hips over knees. And on your next inhale, peeling the right arm up towards the sky. Exhaling as you bring it through, thread the needle, placing your forehead on the mat. Option to bring, your left fingers out in front of you. Breathing into this gentle twist. Let's take one more breath. And on your next inhale, crawling that left arm back underneath you, placing it on your shoulder, swooping the right arm back up towards the sky, exhaling it down to the earth, settling back in, checking in with your alignment. Inhaling, lifting the arm up towards the sky. Exhaling as you thread it through on the right side, dropping the ear down to the mat, bringing the left fingers out in front of you. Maybe you tent them up for a little more sensation. Maybe you leave them flat on the earth, feeling its energy. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. One more round. And inhale, bring that right hand back underneath the shoulder, pushing into the earth, swooping the left arm up overhead one more time, bringing it back down to the mat. Going through a couple rounds of cat-cow just to awaken our spine a little bit more. So on an inhale, pulling your chest forward, gaze to follow, tailbone up towards the sky, dropping your belly. Exhale as you really push the earth away from you, rounding your spine, chin drops to your chest. Inhaling, chest through the arms once again, tailbone towards the sky, belly drops low. Exhale as you round, really push the earth away. Inhaling, dropping the abdomen, gaze comes up. Exhale as you round. One more time. Inhale as you drop the belly, gaze follows tailbone up. This time as you exhale, really rounding, curling your toes, coming back to your first down dog for the day. Hips high towards the sky. Maybe you begin to pedal out the feet. Checking in that all 4 corners of your hands are rooted into the mat. Biceps towards the ears. Elbow creases wrapping forward. Welcoming in some gentle movement. And then maybe you settle in for some stillness. Taking a couple of breaths here. We're going to move through a couple rounds of down dog crunches. You do have the option to lower to your left knee for this if staying up in the full position is too hard. If you feel you are comfortable staying up and down dog, we're just going to inhale up our right leg, curling the spine as we bring our knee up to the nose for a crunch. Exhale it back into a 3-legged dog. Inhale as we bring it up to the right elbow, finding that crunch. Exhale it back. Inhaling to cross the body and back. This time we're going to snake it all the way through to a triangle pose, bringing the left leg through to the left side, finding balance on that right shoulder for one breath. Bringing it back in, bringing the knee towards the right side of the mat, coming into a pigeon pose. If you need props, please utilize them. Bringing a blanket under your hip, settling in. The leg does not need to be parallel to the top of the mat. You can bring it in a little bit towards your heel in, towards your groin, sitting up tall. Feeling your heart pulling forward. And on your next inhale, really expanding, coming tall. Exhale as you fold. Maybe you just bring your forearms down to the earth. Maybe you come all the way down, head on the mat. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. One more breath. You fold it down, beginning to crawl your way back up on an inhale, shifting the weight over to the right hip. We're going to come into a seated figure four stretch. Bringing the right foot inside the left thigh. Inhaling as you swoop your arms up, keeping your torso facing forward, just fold to the left. Bringing your hand up overhead, feeling the stretch up your right side body. One more breath. On an inhale, swooping both arms up overhead, rotating back towards the top of your mat. Maybe you come up on the right knee, pushing back to that down dog once again. Settling in. Taking a couple rounds of breath. Let's take one more deep inhale and exhale together. We're going to go through those down dog crunches on the other side. So an inhale floats the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale as you round the spine, bringing the knee to nose. Inhale, bringing it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale brings you back. Exhale to cross the body. Inhale to bring it back. Exhaling it through to that fallen triangle. Left leg snakes through the right side of the body. Left arm balancing. One breath. Inhaling, bringing your hands back down, coming into that pigeon pose on the left side. Left knee coming to the left side of the mat. Right foot to the right. Settling in. Letting your right hip yearn for the earth. Toes flat. Sitting up high and proud. Feeling your heart. Taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, fold. Listening to your body. Doing whatever feels right and good. One more breath. Really dropping out of your mind if it's feeling distracted. On an inhale, walking your hands back up, rolling over onto that left hip, coming in to the figure four stretch on the other side. Left foot coming into the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, swooping those arms up, keeping your torso facing forward, folding to the right. Really feeling that side stretch. One more breath, breathing into that left side body. Inhale as your hands come back down to the earth. This time we're going to move through a few chaturanga push-ups. So we're going to keep our left knee on the earth. Option to keep both knees on the earth. Otherwise, for a little more sensation, you can lift the right leg, hugging the elbows in on an inhale, bringing your chest forward. Exhale as you bring the nose to the mat. Inhale, bringing yourself back up. Exhale, down, back up. 3 more. Inhale your way back up. Beautiful job. 1 more. Taking a moment to rest in child's pose before we take that through on the other side, lifting the opposite leg. One more breath. You're doing great. Inhaling back up to that tabletop position, checking in with your alignment, lifting the right leg if you're doing so. And inhale brings your chest forward. Exhale, bringing your nose to the mat. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, keeping the elbows hugging in. 4, 1 more. 5. Beautiful job. Taking that child's pose one more time. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the triceps. Noticing how your heart rate may be beginning to accelerate. Feeling it beat in your chest. Pumping your blood a little more. And on an inhale, coming back up to that tabletop position. Exhaling your way back to down dog for one breath. Inhaling, looking between your hands, hop, step, or jump your way to the top of the mat as you fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, swooping the arms all the way back up. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Checking in with yourself, taking a moment, feeling stability. Maybe you keep your hands at your heart. Maybe you bring them down to your side in a strong mountain pose. We're going to move a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. If you need a moment, take a drink of water. Settle in, excuse me, my voice. Finding your way back to that strong mountain pose. And on your inhale, swooping your arms up overhead. Exhale, bending those knees as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhaling, stepping back. Option to take a vinyasa, lowering to your knees, taking full chaturanga, coming through tabletop, finding your way back to down dog. Settling in for one breath. And inhale brings your right leg up. Exhaling, rounding the back, bringing the foot in between your hands, spinning the back foot down so the heel is on the earth, coming up into a strong warrior one. Checking in with your alignment, making sure knee is over ankle. Hips are yearning towards the front of the mat. Taking one breath here. Bringing the hands behind your back, really gripping the hands together. We're going to come forward on an inhale into a humble warrior. Yearning to bring the shoulder to the inside of the right knee. If it rests on top of the thigh, that is just fine. Taking one breath. Inhale, bringing your arms all the way back up to that warrior one, and then exhaling into warrior two. Widening your stance, checking in, gaze out over those right fingers. Excuse me. One more breath. Taking an inhale, beginning to project your body forward, straightening out that right leg, coming into a triangle pose. Hand can rest on the shin, straightening through the left side body. Beautiful job. Inhaling your way back up, this time into a crescent lunge. So twisting the left foot up so the heel is facing up. Exhaling into a twist on the right side. Bringing the hands together, the elbow to the outside of the right knee. One breath here. Taking a deep inhale. Exhaling that left hand down to the earth. Option for a supported side plank, so lowering the knee and bringing the right foot around. Otherwise, coming into the full expression of the pose into a side plank. One breath. Inhaling your hands back down to the earth, lowering down, taking that vinyasa one more time. Option to just come back into down dog at any moment. Reminder that you can rest in child's pose as well. Taking one full breath. On an inhale, reaching the left leg towards the sky. Exhaling it through as you round your back between your hands, spinning the right heel down, coming up into that warrior one. Arms up towards the sky. Taking an inhale, exhaling it into warrior two. Gaze out over those left fingers. One full round of breath. And on an inhale, carrying yourself forward, straightening out that left leg, coming into a triangle pose. Making sure you're not locking out that left knee. One full round of breath. And inhale, swoop your arms up overhead, coming into that crescent lunge. So bringing that heel up on that back right foot. One breath in. And on that exhale, coming into the twist on the left side. Beautiful job. One full breath. Inhaling, bringing the right hand down to the earth, coming into that side plank, whether it's supported or the full expression. Wonderful, one breath. Inhaling, bringing the hands back down to the earth. Exhaling back to down dog. Settling in. Let's take one big breath in through our nose. Opening our mouths. Really letting it go. Let's take one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, looking in between your hands, hop, step, jump your way to the top of the mat. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, swooping the arms all the way back up. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a moment, checking in with yourself. Maybe you place those hands on your heart. Once again, tapping into its rhythm. We're going to move through that sequence 2 more times. Really get our heart rate moving before we slow back down, strengthen a little bit more. So when you're ready, drop your hands down to your side, adjust your stance, and on an inhale, swooping the arms up overhead. Exhale as you fold, bending the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming back to your vinyasa or simply meeting me in down dog, wherever feels good in your body. Once you're in down dog, taking 2 full rounds of breath. And inhale, brings your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, really rounding the spine to bring the foot in between the hands. Bending the back foot down for warrior one. Take 1 full inhale and exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale to that warrior two. Beautiful. Right fingers out in front of you. Gaze to follow. 1 more round of breath. As an inhale shifts you forward, straightening the right leg, coming into that triangle pose. Once again, 1 round of cleansing breath. As an inhale brings your arms back up into that crescent lunge, bringing the heel up on the back foot, checking in with your stance. Taking a big inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you twist to the right. 1 full round of breath. And inhale, find your left hand on the earth, coming into a side plank, whether it's supported or the full expression. 1 full round of breath. And inhale brings your right hand down, coming through that vinyasa, lowering down, full chaturanga, tabletop, or simply meeting me in down dog. 2 full rounds of breath. Your next inhale floats the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale as you round that back, bringing your foot in, spinning down the back right foot, coming up into crescent lunge. Taking a deep inhale, exhale into warrior two. Again, checking in with your stance, noting that you can widen your stance at any time, finding stability. One more breath. And inhale brings you forward. Exhale as you come into that triangle pose. One breath. And inhale, swooping your arms up overhead, coming into that crescent lunge, settling in, lifting the back heel. One deep inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale as you twist. Let's take one more breath. And inhale, brings your right hand down to the earth, coming into that side plank. Left fingers reaching for the sky. One breath, you're doing great. Inhale, bringing those hands down to the earth, just coming back into your down dog. 2 full rounds of breath. This time on an inhale, looking between your hands, hop, step, or jump your way to the top of the mat. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, bringing those arms all the way up, taking up space. Exhale, hands to heart center. Quick moment to regroup and pause. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Otherwise, one more time through that. You guys are doing amazing. Inhale as you swoop your arms up overhead. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back, running through that vinyasa, or simply meeting me in down dog. Once you're in down dog, taking 2 full rounds of breath. And your next inhale, bringing that right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, really curling the back, bringing the foot in between the hands, spinning the left heel down towards the earth, warrior one. Checking in. 1 full round of breath. And inhale brings you up tall. Exhale into warrior two. Realigning, gaze out over right fingers. On an inhale, shifting yourself forward, straightening out that right leg, coming into that triangle pose. 1 breath. And inhale, windmills your arms back up, twisting into that high crescent lunge. The heel comes up on the back left foot. Taking a deep inhale, really lengthening the spine. Exhale as you twist. Really pressing those hands together for a little more energy. 1 more breath. And inhale, brings your left hand down to the earth. Exhale as you come into that side plank, supported or the full expression. 1 more breath, you're doing great. And inhale, brings that hand to the earth, coming through the vinyasa. If you feel called, meeting me in down dog. Beautiful job. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, floating that left leg up towards the sky. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Spinning down the right heel to the earth. Warrior one. Finding a cleansing inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, really lengthening the spine. Exhale into warrior two. Adjust as needed. Gaze out over the left fingers. Your next inhale, beginning to come forward, straightening out that left knee, coming into that triangle pose. One more breath. Inhale as you swoop the arms up overhead, coming into that high crescent lunge. Heel lifts on the right foot. One more breath. Inhaling as your spine lengthens. Exhale as you twist. Let's take one more breath. And inhale, brings your right hand down to the earth, coming into that side plank. Beautiful. One more round of breath. Inhale, bringing the left hand down, just coming back into down dog. 2 rounds of breath. On an inhale, your gaze travels between your hands. Hop, step, jump your way to the top of your mat. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, swooping your arms all the way back up. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment. Listening to your body. Taking a quick scan. Seeing how you feel. Feeling that power coursing through you. A couple more breaths here. And on an inhale, we're going to sink back into chair pose. Bringing our arms up overhead. Just really settling in. One more breath. Inhale, exhale as you fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, just stepping the left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Knee lowers to the earth, untucking your right toes. Bringing your arms all the way up overhead for one deep inhale. Exhale as you cactus those arms, bringing the heart forward. Inhale, swooping them all the way back up. Exhale as you come back in to a half split. Leaning your weight back towards the right heel. Maybe you flex the toes on the left foot. One deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale as you crawl forward, coming into a lizard lunge, placing both of your hands on the inside of your left foot, just letting that left knee kind of fall out to the left. Really starting to slow down. One more breath. And from here, heel toeing that left foot in as you rotate, coming into that half squat. Utilizing the block if you need it underneath your sit bones for a little more support. Option to stay up on your toes, bringing the heel down to the earth. Just bringing the hands to heart center for just a moment. Settling in. Beautiful. One more breath. And on an inhale, placing your hands on the earth, coming up to a wide leg forward fold, taking a quick fold, one quick breath. Inhaling, finding your way back up. This time turning towards the back of your mat. Your right foot will be forward. Coming into that low lunge towards the back of your mat. So right foot facing forward, left toes on the earth, reaching the arms up overhead once again. Exhaling as you cactus the arms. Inhaling, swooping the arms back up. Exhale as you come into that half split. Shifting the weight back towards the left heel this time. Flexing the toes on the right foot. One more breath. And inhale brings you forward to that lizard lunge, bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot. Maybe you heel toe it out to that side of your mat. Letting the right knee just kind of fold, hang out heavy to the side. You can bring the forearms down if that stretch feels good. Otherwise, staying up high. One more breath. On an inhale, beginning to move your way, shifting that left foot forward, coming into that half squat on the right side. I'm so sorry, I said your left foot forward. Your right foot coming in, bending into that knee, keeping that left leg out straight, flexing the toes, placing the block under your sit bone if needed. One more breath. On an inhale, crawling your way up to that wide leg forward fold one more time. Really folding down, letting the head hang heavy. Paying attention to where you're not locking out the knees, emptying out the brain. Maybe you shake your head no, nod your head yes. Take one more breath. And then begin to crawl your way to the left side. Hands coming to the top of your mat, bringing your feet back to meet each other, spreading those knees, coming back to a wide leg child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat. And on an inhale, rising your way back up to a tabletop position. Swing your legs to either the right or the left, coming into a seated position, rolling your way down. Rolling your way down onto your back to a gentle supine position. Let's just bring our right ankle over our left knee. Option to keep the left foot on the earth if this is enough of a stretch for you. Otherwise, on an inhale, bringing the left knee in towards your chest. Breathing deeply into your nose. And out through your nose. Maybe flex the toes on both feet, welcoming in a little more sensation. One more breath. And inhale, float your left foot back down, fully crossing the right over left, bringing the legs to the left side, arms out, gaze towards the right. Feeling that twist in the spine, wringing it out one last time. One more breath here. And inhale, brings those legs back up, untwisting them, bringing both feet down to the earth. And inhale, brings the left ankle over the right thigh, option to keep the foot planted on the earth. Otherwise, on your next inhale, bringing the right knee in towards the chest, hands can rest gently behind the thigh, on the shin. Flexing the toes in both feet. Taking one more breath, breathing into that back body. As you exhale, pushing the lower back gently into the earth. And inhale, brings the right foot down to the earth, crossing the left over right. Excuse me. Legs fall to the right, arms stretch out, gaze to follow to the left. One more breath. And inhale, brings your legs back up, untwisting them, placing both feet on the mat. This is your invitation to take any other postures your body may be calling for. Maybe you take happy baby, placing both feet in your hands for a little deeper hip stretch, any inversions, any other stretches your body may need before we settle in for our final resting pose of Shavasana. Really relaxing in, getting any final stretches and wiggles out. When you're ready, settling in on your back, relaxing down. If you are comfortable, you can soften your gaze, close your eyes, letting your feet flop out to the right and the left. Your hands can be flat on the ground with the palms open towards the sky. Maybe your palms are on the earth for a little more grounding sensation. Maybe they're on your belly or on your heart. Wherever you feel the most comfortable. Easing in, sinking into the earth a little bit more. I invite you to take one more scan of your mind and your body, tapping into anywhere you may be holding. On this next inhale, breathing deeply in. And as you exhale through your nose, sending that breath to any space that you may be holding, inviting in relaxation, inviting in the release. Taking one more final scan of the mind, knowing that this time is for you, that any thoughts that may come up during this moment of stillness are simply that. They're just thoughts. There's no wrong or right. Let them arise like butterflies floating through the sky and watch them flutter on their way. Let's take one more deep inhale through our noses. Filling all the way in, holding at the top. This time opening your mouth. Let go of anything you would like to release. I will keep the time for you. Enjoy your Shavasana. This is your invitation to stay in Shavasana as long as you may feel called to, as this is your time to rest and to receive. Otherwise, if you are ready, I invite you to bring your awareness back to your physical container by gently beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe you rock the head back and forth on the mat. Maybe you place your hands somewhere on your body to awaken back that sensation of physical touch. Beginning to lengthen your inhales and exhales. Bringing your awareness back to your space. Letting those movements become bigger and more present as you awake more. And when you're ready, rolling either to your right or your left, coming into a gentle fetal position, slowly awakening a little bit more. Taking a deep cleansing breath here. With your eyes still closed, gently pushing your way up to a seated position, meeting me in this upright space. I invite you to bring your hands, one to your heart, one to the center of your navel. Taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, honoring your heart that kept you going and the passion that it brings into this world, and honoring your true sense of self that lives deep in that navel and that solar plexus. Knowing that if there's anything you wish to leave here on your mat today, you are more than welcome to. And also knowing that as you go about your day, to give yourself gentle grace and compassion, knowing that you do have the capability of doing whatever you may set your mind to, but also knowing that you can release any pressure, any expectation you put on yourself that may not be serving you. Taking one more deep inhale into that low abdomen underneath that hand on your navel. Letting that breath travel up into your heart space, feeling it expand under your other hand. Holding it at the top, opening your mouth, letting it all out. For one last time. Bringing your hands together at your forehead center. Taking gratitude for yourself once again. Knowing that the teacher and the student in me honors and sees the teacher and student in all of you. And I'm so grateful for you in today's practice. Namaste. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you both so much for coming. I appreciate you so much.